Thank you, Agatha. And I'm very happy to be here today with you all, March for Life UK. And I'm here to bring you my experience from my own hometown, Bournemouth, where I lived for 35 years, and where I lead the 40 Days for Life vigils with my faithful, committed group of volunteers. Bournemouth, the fifth city in the UK, where the so-called buffer zone was imposed back in October 2022, with its 6+1, and I will explain later the +1, 6+1 Orwellian prohibitions. Because when you enter in a buffer zone, you step in an Orwellian world where a tyrannical language or the new speech has changed and distorted the meaning of words and actions, so that offering help to a pregnant woman in a crisis becomes harassment. Offering information so that she could really exercise a free choice becomes intimidation. Prayer, yes, becomes protest. And if you train any Christian outreach, any human solidarity, it's all of them, a heap: harassment, intimidation, protest. But that is not all. Buffer zones are truly censorship zones, where freedom of speech is not tolerated. He has no right to exist any longer. And this is what I discovered when I was put on trial because of this sign. Here to talk if you want. Here to talk if you want. That's all. That's my sign. I was standing with this sign within the Bournemouth buffer zone, alone, silent, peaceful. And I was just holding an invitation to dialogue, an invitation that was open to anyone, that anyone could be taken up freely or freely ignored. And it was a truly blessed experience of human connections, where I had multiple conversations, warm, meaningful, with women and men of all ages and background, on argument on topics entirely chosen by them, not by me, by them, whatever they wanted to talk to me about. And nothing related to abortion, because, in the Bournemouth buffer zone explicitly prohibits any expression of approval or disapproval in relation to abortion. But my sign was completely neutral. And I still wonder how an offer of free consensual conversation can fall in this definition. And to this date, I received no explanation, not even during the trial, as I have breached any of the 6 prohibitions. But there was a +1, which was refusing to leave when ordered by an officer, which I did, because I'm not a robot following orders. I want to know why, what I'm doing wrong. And so as a free citizen, I refused to leave. So what I discovered instead during the trial is that my presence, that is the presence of a person known to hold pro-life views, is detrimental. That's the new buzzword, detriment. Because there never been a shred of evidence to support allegation of harassment and intimidation. So the language needs to evolve, the language of the new speech, tyrannical new speech, needs to adapt and become more vaguer, detriment, so hard to pinpoint, so subjective. Detrimental to who? To who? I've been told my presence is detrimental to the community, to the women and their babies. That's not my experience. But detrimental certainly to the abortion industry, which loses its profits every time a woman and a baby are saved. So Great Britain, you were the mother of human rights. You wrote the Magna Carta. You gave birth to modern Western democracy. What's happening to you? Why have you become fearful of the thoughts, the inner thoughts of your faithful citizens? Why and how do you become fearful of free speech? Because in a truly free democratic society, speech should never be a crime. And in this sense, I'm grateful I understand the US intervention, the State Department, which reported my case, because my case is becoming a landmark case of the dire situation of freedom of speech in the UK. And it marks a pivotal moment, not only for my own life, for the life of all those good men and women of goodwill who treasure free speech, who treasure this freedom of speech, hard gained, hard fought. So I do care about our democratic freedoms, about our human rights, and I'm determined to fight, to continue the fight. And with the legal help of ADF, Alliance for the Defense of Freedom International, I will appeal this judgment, this court verdict. And with this fight, I'm committed to defend not only myself, but the right and this precious gift of freedom, a gift from God and a gift in society, that in the UK and everywhere. And as always, I'm here to talk if you want. Thank you.